Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money. Saturday, the 23rd July. Hello. How's everybody doing? Everybody's having a nice Sasquatch Saturday. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring that bell on a Saturday morning. And 7-day steals, scrolling if you're interested in that. I had a losing day yesterday. Forget we go 1 and 2 in the video here. Now we're 141 and 131 plus 2,400. But yeah, had a 3-pack. I went 1 and 2 in that. Milwaukee run line loser. Orioles couldn't get it done. I did have Oakland, one of my rare faves. We're 50 and 31 with faves now. But I always say, like, when I kind of add things after the fact, I don't do as well. Well, I added yesterday and I went 1 and 4 in my ads. Mets run line, Seattle, Pirates in the under. Cleveland did win. I don't mind losing with Seattle and Baltimore. I thought there were two decent spots. Oakland won in a similar spot, but two dogs, still losers. What am I going to do? We move on. We move on to that. We'll put the stuff up in the chat. Now, I'm going to switch this around in just 1 minute here. The baseball stuff here. So 141, 131, 2,400. 349, 330 plus 2687, 343, 339, 1199 after the losing day. Still plus money. Again, the totals 147, 103. That is the difference maker when we talk about the total money on the sites there. But hey, shop around. So I'm gonna be taking out the Blue Jays here because last night when I bet the Blue Jays, they were 123. Now they're 140. The Phillies 139. Now they're 125. Pirate game, there's actually a couple 8.5s, now basically 8s. So if you see the scroll underneath, it's a little different. I'm going to switch that up now. I just want to put that up there because just how you see how, lines move, you get different numbers. These are the official plays today. Although I did bet Toronto last night, that's actually a premium play. Again, got them 123, 120, 127. Now you're in the 140 range. That was... And we'll talk about that game in a second because everybody was high on Gausman. I bet early. Sometimes it pays off. Sometimes it doesn't. The Pirates today, they were 105 last night. I think they're even money now. The total we mentioned, 8.5. I see some 8s out here now. Nothing wrong with betting early. Some people don't like to do it. I get it. A lot of people don't like. I do the look ahead line show for NFL. Nobody wants to bet on a Sunday night at 10 o'clock before the Monday night games are even bet. God forbid you don't have $50 to throw in live betting for an NBA game on a random October Tuesday. But the numbers, doesn't mean you win, but it's nice to have a good number. People talk about the closing line value and stuff like that. But listen, sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. I'm just showing you how my games have been. The record speaks for itself. Favorites hitting 60%. I've only bet 80 out of basically 700. So we'll see how we do today. Philly run line. And this I threw out on the Win and Free Pick nightly video. We got a guy dealing pretty good. Pretty much under the radar as well with Zach Wheeler. 162 ERA at home. Not too shabby. Keep guys off base. 255 last 7. Again, I don't get fancy with your ISO powers and first lefties and righties and X-fibs and all that. I kind of keep it simple for everybody. I'm not here to lecture and run off a bunch of things like that. I just look at it as Wheeler's been pitching really well. You got the Cubs off of blasting Philly yesterday. I mean, who saw a 15-run game coming? Not a big Gibby guy. I didn't think he'd give up 15. I think the Phillies would give up 15. So I look for them to bounce back today with their ace on the hill. And a Pirate under. Again, I had Pittsburgh and the under yesterday. Right, Miami favored. Looks terrible. They get the news that Jazz is out for another month and a half. If he comes back, I mean, I already had like blurry vision. He had some went in for a CT scan, but it was his back's fractured or something. Whatever the case would be. And I like Max Meyer, but give me the under here. 8.5. We got our Katana on the hill today. You know we like him. He's the one guy you kind of feel confident in when you bet Pittsburgh, if you dare to go down that route. Uh, Again, these are up on Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. You want to check them out there. They're on the Twitter stream. And let's recap. Yesterday, we talked about some games. And I'm going to start with the Gausman game. I mean, you drop a 30 spot, 28-5. But again, with Gausman, and it wasn't, oh, well, Boston was going to roll these guys. Like I said, my thoughts on Gausman as a pitcher was he 3-8 coming into that game. He started out season nice, 5 out of 6 wins, and then 1, 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 6, 3 and 7, 3 and 8, 4 and 8 last 12. So, like I said, he was 3 and 11 come in. I just didn't like him as a fave. He did all right, right? 5 innings yesterday, not too shabby. Were you expecting 28 runs from Toronto? Good job if you bet the Jays. I like the Jays today, right? I thought about it's Manoah. I grabbed them at a short number last night. It's juiced up a little bit after that kind of blowout. I get it. I can't come back in on Boston with Cutter Crawford. Alek Manoah is the guy we like. You want to do a little run line here? We get up into the 145, 150 range. I understand. A couple other games yesterday. We'll mention the Orioles in Seattle. I thought coming off the double dippers, good spots, teams on the road. Didn't pay off. Oakland did pay off. Well, they were home off a doubleheader, and Texas was coming cross country. I got that one. Be happy about that. Cincy and the over there. I should have bet it. I don't know why. I said I thought it'd be a doggy kind of day yesterday, and I stayed away. That 10 it went to 9-10. Wainwright on the road promptly gives up 4 runs in the second inning. It is what it is. Marlins, I was not expecting a win from them. Mets, really, Yu Darvish looked pretty good. Mets a little flat there. Atlanta, Ohtani, the strikeouts. You knew that was going to happen. Came in, got his 10 Ks, and then the wheels fell off late there in the 7th. So that, if you had the under, that's a tough way to lose it under where the guy strikes out 11 in 6 innings. White Sox with Giolito, bombed. KC is a dog I liked, but excuse me, couldn't get it done there. Tampa, again, that was a weird looking line. Milwaukee run line went up to 330. Oh my goodness, barely pulled that one out. That was a miracle that Milwaukee won that one. Zach Gallen does his thing. I was a little worried about that, but they did end up hitting Corbin. 10-1 there. Oakland got it done. Houston, no slowing down. Right in the first inning, boom, took the lead. And Dodgers, Cody Bellinger trying to salvage my MVP ticket, but that's not going to happen. He needs a grand slam in the next 7 games to maybe get in that conversation. He's leading the team. But so today we got a little doubleheader in Cleveland with the White Sox with Cleveland, I should say. Houston, we'll talk about. I'm sure people want to talk about it. We'll get to the chat. Let's go. Javi, Brewers, Rockies, over today. Normally I'm looking at unders with the Brew Crew, but honestly, after yesterday's game, why not see a few runs? I understand a little bit. Urinas actually hasn't pitched terribly, though, I don't think, for Colorado, Javi. So, I don't know. But when you look at that game yesterday, you're putting runners on second, you can't score these teams. And, again, Urinas is a guy with not a lot of footage on him at the MLB level, right? So he got 6 games under his belt here, 3 starts, and honestly, he hasn't looked bad in these starts. I don't know. I want to actually say under here. I'll go under 8.5. I'll go under.
That was
Jorge Lopez, the pitcher. That's your bullpen guy you got to get.
That was the other guy that was in the mentions of that they were looking at. I just couldn't remember the name, so I had to look it up. And
we were talking we were talking off air about who the Mets going to focus on for, trade bullpen help and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Jorge Lopez was who we're looking at. Michael, good morning. We'll talk about, I love talking my trade talk. Big Llama in the house, Creek, man. You know it. Jays first 5, sure. Braves run line with Kyle Wright. I understand it was, I wrote that down. Was it 105? Sure. We could do that. Dodgers run line today. What is that Dodger line? That's probably a little. You might get a little plus money there with Urias, right? I'm guessing.
Plus 115. I got it.
Yeah. Worth a shot. It's funny because, and I always badmouth the Dodgers. I'm like, you can't bet the Dodgers all the time. And yet they continue to win and cover that run line. It's unbelievable. 62-30. They have, 50-something run line wins? Why not? If you're going to take them, run line them up. It's either going to win, which they've done 50-something times, or if you lose, at least it's plus money. You're not getting hurt. And Michael's closing out with the Mets on the money line with the Bassett today, right? Fading Snell. I don't like Snell, and Bassett's a little better at home. I don't know. Will I be shocked here if the Padres win and the Mets lay a little egg coming out of the gate? It's just, listen, as a New Yorker, like as a Yankee fan, right? It's kind of like the same thing. Met fans are the same way. They're going to come out of the break here. You think they're going to come out strong, right? Look at this. We got Scherzer's on the hill. We have this guy going. We got an edge here and pitching. And then they lose, right? Won't be shocked. Will not be shocked if they lose here or get swept by the Padres out of the gate. Just because it's normal paranoia. Like the whole sky. So, the Mets, they got to make a move. They need Montes and Soto, and they got to get Zach Gallen. It's just like any team, the fan base is going to go crazy after a couple losses. Listen, the Mets have played all year. I just don't, in this spot, I kind of don't like them because I could see it. Again, as a Yankee fan, Mets are the same way. You think they should be doing something, the total opposite happens. I don't know. And as bad as Snell's been, again, I can't lay 160 with the Mets. I can't do it. Joaquin in the house. Good afternoon. Thoughts on Cleveland game 1? I like Cleveland in both games, believe it or not. I'll take the Indians ×2. Liked them yesterday. I like them again today. White Sox team. La Russa's in over his head. Doesn't know what he's doing. Right? I think Louis Roberts is out again. This team is and Cueto's pitched really well. We could Cueto, Archer. I mean, we see these guys like Sonny Gray all of a sudden like 3 ERAs. Like, where's this coming from? Guys haven't pitched as good in six years. But mushy ball doing its thing. That being said, you want to go under in the first game here with Cueto? Sure. I like Cleveland in both games, though. We got Lance Lynn in game 2. I don't like that guy one bit. That's like Dallas Keuchel revisited. Where's Keuchel? Who's he signing with? He's going to sign with a team. No doubt about it. I'll tell you what, he'll be in the Yankee bullpen. The Yankees lose another bullpen guy. He's in the bullpen. Justin, what do you say? Cards over 10? Yep. Dodgers over. Tough one there with delayed granny by Cody, for sure. Justin's hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Creekman's coming in on the Royals with Singer. I'm going to say okay. I like Singer. Mariners, Faden Verlander. All right. I don't mind
I don't see it as much as fading Verlander, but you're backing Logan Gilbert, who has been one of the better pitchers in the AL this year, too.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're getting 130 off a guy who's, as you said, I mean, I'll pull up his numbers in a second, which they aren't too bad. I mean, listen, Verlander's got a sub-2 on the season, but this guy's not too shabby himself, 276, but he's been giving up runs a little bit lately. He's got 338 last 7, it looks like, here on MLB. At home, again, a little worse at home, though. 3.21 ERA, 111 whip, 249 batting average against. Has he? I'm pretty sure he's faced Houston already. They played each other a couple times. Here we go. Home, 7 innings, 4 hits, 5 Ks. At Houston, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs. Goes with 3 walks. And as of late, let's see. Texas, 5 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 4 runs versus Toronto. San Diego, 5 1/3, 1. Oakland got him for 4 at home. He's given up eight runs his last 2 home starts. He can throw the Angel game in there. We got 10 earned runs in 18 innings. So he's given up a few. And here's a guy we talk about catching their innings. Last year, 119 innings. This year, 111. Although he's given up half the amount of runs that he has last year. So not too bad there. Less homers, not too bad. Strikeouts a little less. 8 less innings, 24 less strikeouts. Interesting. If again, I see how yesterday. I couldn't come in and play him today. And the Nats against Mad Bum. You're coming Annabelle Sanchez. Why not just? I mean, how about an overplay here? But I appreciate the dogness, Creek Man. Erica, good morning. How are you this morning? A wonderful Saturday afternoon or morning, depending where you are. Tim, any UFC today?
Yes, we got picks from Boom. So he went 3-0 last card. He gave us 2 this card. We're grabbing Pimblet by knockout because he's like a minus almost 300. So by knockouts plus $2. And then we're taking Hermanson as a pick 'em as well today. Those are the 2 UFC plays for today.
Rob says Dodgers are bust today. It's got to be a run line for me. It's got to be a run line, Rob. You know me. I can't lay the number there, but we get a plus 110 here on the run line. I'll grab. I don't want to lay a 175. Tyson, what is my best money line today? My best money line play today? Again, I got Toronto 123, but it's 140, so I'm not gonna give you a 140 fave. I do like the Pirates. I had to pick them. And honestly, how about the Orioles? Get the Orioles plus 200.
Yes, I bet the Orioles too. And I know I said I'm going to stop betting the Orioles, and I bet them twice already since the All-Star break, but or both games. It's Jordan Lyles, who's been phenomenal against Garrett Cole, which sure is going to be good too, but at plus $2, it was worth the shot.
$2 worth a shot.
Yep.
I mean, they played well. He's pitched well. Almost pulled it out last night. Came back. I'll take it. I'll take a $2 dog there. Again, I like both Clevelands. How about if you want to do Cleveland versus Lance Lynn? Tyson, I mean, you're not going to get, don't come in here thinking I'm going to give you Atlanta Braves minus $2 or the Dodgers. You're not getting that from me. I'm going to give you a dog. Multiples. I'm going to go over to 7 in Seattle and Houston. Last time Verlander Seattle got hit for 6 in 4 innings. Gilbert is good for few. Yeah, like I said, Gilbert's given up a few lately. I think the 7 is playable. Dave's calling me Mr. Higgins. Said Mr. Higgs, that's fine. Call me anything you want, Dave. Just don't call me late for dinner. Phillies, that'll be a run line for me. Brew Crew, probably an under. And again, I can't lay that number with the Braves. Got to be a run line. Minus 105. David, good morning. Lex, how are you today? Brian Crash, the Yanks will get Soto. He did he really tweet that the Yanks are going to get Soto? Is that true? That's got to be a fake tweet. I'm going to Twitter right now.
They're trying to get them, but I'm not. You shouldn't be overly confident in trying to get them because they're going to give up their entire farm system.
I mean, I don't mind giving up a farm system for a guy who's in the Hall of Fame. What guy in the who's the Hall of Famer in the minors that they got? Who is he?
Sorry, what?
Who's the Hall of Famer in the minors that they got? Who's won
Oh,
Soto?
you have
I
no,
mean,
you have no clue.
I like Dominguez. I like Volpe. I get it. But if I'm getting Soto, I'm taking Soto, who's 23. At this point, I could let Judge walk because he's 30, and I'll give Soto $40 million for 10 years instead of Judge $40 million for 9 years.
Yep.
And you know what? And I think the Yanks. Let's be honest. Chapman hasn't looked too good. They need to get another bullpen guy, which I think they could. Plenty of bullpen guys are all over the place. But let's see. So I tweeted back, if he was to win anything, he might consider some pitching, or they'll have another early playoff. Yanks fans are rude. I mean, they're not really rude. They're kind of a little spoiled. I mean, you're a little spoiled with your. I shouldn't say you're spoiled because Yanks haven't won a lot. This isn't the late '90s. Gilbert, he's good. I get it. Phillies run line, yes. Mets money line, I don't like. Astros no run first inning. I don't know. They scored yesterday. I could see another run today. You say Saturday's upset day. See, I think Sundays are the upset days, David. Cleveland and Blue Jays both first 5. I can do that. Thank you, Tim, for the UCF. Staying away from Toronto, Boston. Boston defense last night was trouble. I don't think the defense was trouble. I think they had no pitching last night. And listen, your pitcher's your next, momentum's your next 8th pitcher, and I got an all-star Cy Young kind of guy on the hill today who could shut things down. I like the O's run line. They've covered 9 of the last 10. They've covered the last 9 times as a home puppy, plus the 1.5. I like it. I'll roll with the O's on the run line. I agree. I got the O's on the money line. No run first inning, White Sox game 1. I could say yes to that. Mets and Yanks ain't getting Soto. They want top 3 spots next week. Not worth it. Well, I mean, the Mets, I don't think prospect-wise, I know Tim disagrees. I don't think they have it. And 2, it had to be so over the top for them to trade to the Nats or the Braves or the Marlins or Phillies or somebody in their own division. They don't want to face that guy 18 times. That's just a fact. That's that. It's not like, if the Red Sox are in a swoon here, you think they're going to trade Xander Bogaerts or Devers to the Yankees? That ain't happening. No. Especially, this is not some run-of-the-mill guy. It's not like the Yanks. It's not like the Mets traded Frank Tanana or Rafael Santana to the Yanks. No, that's not where we're at here. So 1, the Mets are out of it. 2, the Yanks are 100% in it because they have Volpe and Dominguez, and Volpe is a top 5 overall prospect, and Dominguez, I think, is a top 25 guy. So they're definitely in the prospect hunt there. As I said, I thought the Dodgers and the Padres and the Cardinals. Now, we could talk Tampa Bay and Cleveland. They have good prospects. They just don't have the ammo to fire away on the contract after the fact. Now, could Tampa still, right? He's still under contract for 2 years. Would Tampa hold on for him 2 years and then trade him away? Because you'd still get a top prospect back for him, regardless if he's a free agent. You'd still get a top guy. The Padres with Abrams and Mackenzie Gore right off the bat would perk some interest because it's major league talent ready. And short of Corbin going, you paid him and Strasburg, right? The payroll's still $140 million for the Nats or whatever it is. So they're still in a win now, even though they're not winning. They let Rendon walk. Good play. He's been hurt. You signed Strasburg. He's been hurt. It happens. I keep saying the Dodgers because I don't know. Listen, Cody Bellinger, I think, needs a change of scenery. Why wouldn't they trade Cody? Plenty of young pitchers. May, White, Gosselin. Who's the other kid they got? And they got Anderson. I don't even know who they have. They just seem to have a bunch of young guys all over the place. They can trade major league talent. St. Louis. Why do we keep this team consistently gets stuff done? So they have who? Yepes, Carlson, who's the other kid? Gorman, Thomas Gorman, whoever that is. I'm sure they have other minor leaguers. Listen, as a Yank fan, I'd do it in a second. And I think it would be Glieber. I think Glieber would go. I think Volpe would go. Probably a pitcher somewhere along the line. But don't count out the Yanks. We need pitching. Hex with Soto. Well, I mean, you can never have enough pitching. I get it. We've as much as I'd love to have Montes, we've done that. We've done Sonny Gray. He's come here. We've done Jared Weaver, right? We've had these guys. Esteban Loaiza, Javi Vasquez. Do we have to go guys who are having great seasons or years with other teams? They come here. They can't hack it. Some guys you can't hack it. You can't do it. Some guys thrive. Others don't. I know what you're saying. I'm taking Soto. Why wouldn't you take Soto? I'll take Soto for this year, him, Judge, and Stanton, and then Judge walks. Judge basically said he's not coming back. They're not paying him $40 million. It's not happening. No run White Sox leaving game one, yes. I like the Earls, Cincy, and the Cubs yesterday. I got out of that mess a little ahead. Thanks, Earls.
Yeah, I was on Cincy. Nick was on the Cubs. They both took care of business.
Easy winners.
But those are the only things that really helped me yesterday.
Foxy, good afternoon. Tony's in house. Cleveland game one, yes. I'll go Cleveland both games. I'm not, how about the White Sox? What do they do? Excuse me. What are they going to do? They going to trade guys? They trading guys here? You're just going to get ready for next year? Lance Lynn looks like Dallas Keuchel. I mean, Cueto's pitching way above his head. I get it. Cease has been great. Kopech looks hurt, or he's just worn down. He's just young, and this is what happens when you baby these pitchers. I do not understand. Let these guys come in and throw. Now it's, well, we'll put them in the bullpen to stretch them out a little bit. I mean, again, as a Yankee fan, I go back to like Jabba Chamberlain. Like, this is the same kind of crap. This is how guys get hurt. Let them in there. Let them throw. Let them throw. Yanks pay Soto $40 million, but Judge $35. No sense. I mean, why are we paying Judge? Judge is 30. Soto is 23. Do we have to? This is not rocket science here. Heck, I would pay Soto $200 million for 5. I'd give him $40 million for 5 years at 28. See where it goes. All right, somebody's gonna pay him $100 million a year. Okay, pay him $100 million a year. We'll have somebody else to replace him. Not paying Judge. Judge has had what? This is his second healthy season ever? He's 30. He's 30. He's past his prime. Come on. Have a good day, Big Llama. Have to drive to the casino to bet. No online Mississippi yet. Well, that stinks. Oh, Mississippi. That's why you just do some offshore, Creek, man. How's Ole Miss going to be? How the Rebs going to be? How are they going to be? Give me some college football take here, Creek, man. You're in the know, Mississippi. How's Southern Miss going to look? Yanks, Orioles, no run first inning. I'm going to say no. I'll say yes to that, Scott, just because I can see Cole. Cole's usually tricky in the first couple innings. He gives up runs early. Over 7.5 A's or Rangers. A's better versus lefties, and A's pitching is just bad. Yeah, Caprillion and Taylor Hearn. Not Taylor Ham, because it's Saturday. I was just saying. So I used to make the Taylor Ham for the kids every Saturday morning. I'd go to a little farmer's market. I'd see the little bread lady. She's got a nice fresh bread. I'd buy a loaf of bread, slice it up nice. We'd have Taylor Ham. I don't put egg on my sandwich, but the kids like, a little over hard with their Taylor Ham and cheese. And then wife's like, no, you can't have that. Can't have that every week. Whatever, health nut. She wants in here with avocado toast, some kind of nonsense.
No, I want that ham sandwich with the egg and that sounds fantastic.
Yes.
Not a nice hot ham, egg, and cheese. Oh, that just sounds good.
Yeah. Taylor Ham, egg, and cheese is great. I know they call it pork roll, but you're communist if you go pork roll. It's Taylor Ham.
Taylor Ham. All right, I gotta have to try to find that.
Yeah, it's good. Eric, Cards team total over 5.5 today versus Mike Minor. Yes, I mean, this is an overplay. Matz and Minor over to 10.5. Soto might be the best player in MLB under 25. I don't think you give enough for a guy like that. Seriously, Michael. And he can take a 4 or 5 year deal and still come out at 28, 29 and look for another contract on top of it. And that's that's, they're like, oh, they insulted him. The insulted part, forget about the fact that they had 15 guys paid more than him. Like, that's insulting enough. Locking him up for, I think it's 23. Offer him $200 million for 5 years.
Well, real quick, I just looked up the closest place to get Taylor Ham, and it's about 45 to an hour away. So I don't think I'm going to get any. And I will say it's in between Greenville and Raleigh, so I may be able to try to stop there once, but
it's worth it. 40 minutes. Come on, man. That's a puddle jump. What are you doing?
I don't drive that often. And when I do, it's from one place to another, and I try to not drive as much as I can with gas being $4 and something a gallon.
Take a bicycle.
A bicycle. Yeah, on the highway. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, fantastic. You know what?
Hitchhike?
Instead of driving 45 minutes, I could take a bicycle and it could be a day trip.
You could walk, make it a day trip. I planned out a walk from when I was in Vegas home. It was a 19-day walk.
Yeah, I don't think you would make it.
I figured it'd be hot. I'd have to. The 19 days would probably be a 30-day because you got to, add in some heat, and me carrying water, lugging water is kind of heavy.
No, no. I don't think you'd be able to survive that.
Be a long walk for sure.
Yes, it would.
A little hot. Definitely burn my head. I'd have to have a hat cover my head.
You also got to think it would have to be a 19-day of constant walking, no stops.
Yeah, that's why I said it's more of like a 30-day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dodgers over against Wood. You know what? I can see that, Erica. Reds over, absolutely. D-backs over, yes. Today we have forget Corbin pitch yesterday. We got Sanchez and Mike Minor and Steven Matz on the hill today, and Mad Bum. This is and Lance Lynn. There can be a lot of overs today. Paul, don't like the Mets today. I do not like the Mets today, believe it or not. I can see that. I'm going to say Mets get swept. I don't want to say it too loud. Tim's listening, but I could see some badness happening here. So no, I do not like the Mets. Almond milk. Yeah, seriously, who the hell drinks almond milk, bro? I want, cow milk.
My girlfriend drinks silk and oat milk. Well, she's also lactose intolerant, so.
Oh well, that's okay.
You can't have regular milk, but it's actually, I used to drink the almond chocolate milk all the time as a kid because that's what my mom would get.
I think she's got almond milk in there or silk or some kind of. No, I want whole milk. I drink the red milk. I want the whole extra.
I just want chalky milk.
Extra fat milk. Parlay Arizona money line with Mad Bum, Texas over Caprillion with Taylor Hearn, and the Braves money line. It's a parlay. I get it. So yeah, it's Anibal Sanchez for the Nationals. I don't have much faith in him. Texas, Caprillion. Almost pulled the upset yesterday, Texas, or the comeback, I should say. Not bad. Making you hungry. They're going to go cook some pancakes, eggs, and bacon. I love some bacon. It's got to be thick cut bacon, though. Ole Miss 10 games. Southern Miss is in trouble. Mississippi State might get 7. Thank you, Creekman. Dave, Higgs and Tokarski for Yankee GM. Seriously, Dave, we can do this. And if we're not doing Soto, not that I want Benedetti here. We could probably do better than him. I gotta get Gallo out of here. Chapman, if I get anything for Chapman, right? Is he free agent next year? Has he got another year under contract? I keep saying Gallo and Chapman for Soto. I don't think it's enough to get it done though.
I don't think anybody wants either of those two guys. I think you have to DFA them or get rid of them.
It's good when you call into WFAN back in the day and have some crazy things with Mike and a Mad Dog. People call in and say crazy stuff like that. Yeah, Gallo is terrible. Yeah, I think he'll be all right somewhere else. Get out of the pressure. Dodgers run line, yes, plus money there. Why not Panger? Guardians, I do like Cleveland in games 1 and game 2, Vince. You probably have Ole Miss at 8. Yeah, I'll do the breakdowns pretty soon. It's almost that time. I gotta start making my little banners in here. That'll be more like the second week of August. I'll jump into the college football conferences, give my best total for each one. Gotta have milk. I only drink organic milk. Not a big organic person, but trust me, it tastes 10 times better. Yeah. We do. I do buy the organic milk. I don't lie. Yes, I get that. It lasts so much longer. Not sure why, but it does. And I'm the eggs. I go to the farmer's market for the eggs. And let me tell you, you crack those eggs and you see them compared to like a store egg, totally different colors. Giants will take Gallo. We need to pop it. They can probably fix them. Why not? We'll trade him. Give us Logan Webb. Not going to work out. Who do you have in the bullpen that's having a crap year? We'll trade. We'll give you Gallo for a reclamation project out of the pen who needs to change the scenery. Cleveland under game 1. Yes. Give me Phillies run line and Pirates under are the official show picks. As I said, the Blue Jays were here last night, and then the line went to 140, and I pulled it out. I can't tell you to bet a 145. And the Philly run line, I got it last night at almost 140. Now it's about $1.25. So it is what it is. So I'll do a quick rundown here of these games. Basically coming up in about 20 minutes. Give me Cleveland and the under.
I have a feeling that today everybody and their mother is going to be on Toronto, and then Boston's going to manage a way to win like 3-2. And it's going to go under, and Boston will win because everybody's going to be on the over in Toronto after last night.
Could be. Manoah to me. Again,
Manoah's fine. I don't mind Manoah. But after being absolutely embarrassed yesterday, 28-5 in your own stadium.
I know.
No, this is a spot where I would have to go Boston or nothing just because I feel like they're just pissed. I feel like I would want to wait until the absolute last minute because everybody's going to come in. Lots of money's going to flow in on Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
If I can get the Red Sox at like plus 150, 155, I may take a shot.
You know, and speaking of Manoah,
Or
we're talking about Logan Webb. So Manoah is basically two less starts than last year, 18-20. Mm-hmm. He's got more innings already pitched this year and less runs than those. I mean,
I don't think it's going to bother him as much. I know there was a bunch of pitchers that we were kind of worried about. Like Gonsolin is going to be a big worry because he's getting up to his pitches. Gilbert's getting up there, and Shane McClanahan's getting up there, and there's a couple of the pitchers that are just getting up to where they're not their max, but their new record, like for the amount of innings pitched. And when you're looking at Cy Young, I think Verlander, you got to take a shot at him now. With McClanahan probably gonna have to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, same with Gilbert. Like Gilbert, Manoah, these are all guys that are second-year guys in these two guys' cases.
Yep.
But again, they're pushing where they were last year for a full season.
Yep.
And who else? I mean, they're going to look at, Cole. I mean, Verlander's got better numbers. It's that simple. I mean, all right, maybe the strikeouts aren't there, but if you look at, ERAs are run lower. I mean, Verlander has a sub-2 ERA at the end of the year. The guy's got to get consideration.
Garrett Cole should have zero chance unless he goes out and absolutely shoves the rest of the year. Or you need huge regression from McClanahan and Verlander.
Verlander is 12-3 with a sub-2 ERA right now.
Yeah, the thing is, at this point,
he should win 20. He should win 20 games.
He should, because the big thing is, it's not like it's a split with Cole and Verlander, and the Yankees are. I mean, the Yankees are fantastic. It's not like the Astros suck.
Yeah,
the Astros are catching up to the Yankees. They are only 4.5 games back of them now. Everybody's thinking, oh wow, the Yankees are so far ahead of everybody. Houston's catching up.
65-30 and 62-32. So basically, and I've seen Houston win 5 or 6 against them this year, or something like that. So
it was 5 of 7.
So yeah,
because they split in Yankee Stadium, and then they took all 3 from the Yankees in Houston.
Yeah. Doubleheader and that random one-off.
And that random, yeah.
You're welcome, David. Lex Steele, giving praise where praise is due. Giants bullpen take them all. Between their defense and bullpen, do you know the Giants have the third best runs per game this year? Do they really? Offensively?
I
Did not
think
know
he
that.
meant bullpens runs per game.
Oh, okay. The Giants have the third best runs per game. Michael, give us the exact. What does that mean? Third best runs meaning they give up the most runs? Are they the worst? What are they at? Going to a Pirates game today. Like them plus one. I do like them, Ryan. You get that plus one. I mean, last night they were minus 105. I do like Catan on the hill. Imagine betting the Sox game and catch a fly ball, Patrick. I mean, we've seen guys miss balls like that. Inside the park grand slam. Crazy.
I mean, I saw the highlight for that one about 600 times because that's all I saw when I scrolled through TikTok last night is just the reminder that I had the Boston Red Sox money line and they got absolutely pummeled. But no, I saw that play about 400 times. So, yeah, he just lost in the lights.
Who's that, Duran out there? I mean, this as
you
good.
Can see if he goes, where is it? Where is it? And then it just goes way behind him. I'm like, oh, well, damn.
As good as their June was, right? They had a great run, and then they were like 19-6 or something like that coming into the Toronto series. They've never been the same. Toronto smacked them in Toronto, and 2-8 here in July so far, the last 10.
It's been rough. Yep.
So I don't know what they're doing. What will they do?
They'll buy the Red Sox.
It's tough. Atlanta. I guess is this a parlay here? Atlanta Angels over under. For Braves would have to be a run line, and it was minus 105. So if you could do the Braves, run line them up. And total wise, I like the under. Believe it or not, I like the under. Oakland over Texas. Are the Rangers starting to tank? I don't think they're trying to tank. I just think there's a bad spot for them yesterday, man. You're coming to Miami. You're flying to Oakland. Oakland's home. Granted, it was a doubleheader. Oakland got out to a nice little start there. I'm today though, I would lean Texas. I like Taylor Hearn. Giants are third in MLB runs scored per game. Oh boy, look who's back. Here we go. Here comes the fun. They are third in runs scored per game. That is crazy.
I have them as the fifth for runs scored this season. I don't have per game, though. But they've scored 444. They're only behind the Yankees, Dodgers, Toronto after their big night last night, and then the Atlanta Braves, and they're just ahead of the Mets.
I mean, the Blue Jays you have a game like that that's going to kind of skew all your numbers. Like,
oh, yeah. 100%.
Look at this. They're outscoring opponents. I mean, that's just.
Yeah. I mean, and then you have to hear all the people like, we have an offense. You had an offense for one game. Do it again. We saw what you guys did against Kansas City at home. Nuh-uh. Do it again.
That is crazy. I wouldn't think San Fran has an offense like that.
I feel like they've had just a couple of big offensive games, though.
They're 46 and 43 to the over.
Yeah, they're averaging they averaged the fifth most runs per game at 4.77 runs a game.
What do the Dodgers average per game?
They're averaging 5.17, which is second best. The only better team is the Yankees.
I know, but again, they're 47 and 35 to the under because the pitching staff's giving up 2 runs a game.
Yeah, pitching staff has been solid for them. Yeah, hold on. Yankees. Where's the Yankees? Right here. Yankees are getting 5.38 per game, which is the best.
Who you guys like first game? I like Cleveland. I like Cleveland in both games at a double. I know it's tough, right? I always say it's tough to sweep teams, but I'll take Cleveland again. Had them last night. I will come back times 2 today.
If Cleveland wins the first game, they're winning the second. I'm going to have the over in the second game.
Hey, Mr. Nika. Yeah, Landslide, terrible. Thoughts on the Yankees-Brewers game? I like the Orioles again, and give me some Brewers under. Brewers under. Hurt me last night in the run line, Brewers. I will go under Brew Crew today. I just want to talk trades. So I tell you, I do my little I like that out of the park baseball. So I finally won a World Series with the Yanks. So let me tell you my lineup here. So a couple guys you probably never heard of, like some random catcher. Well, actually, Bo Naylor is a prospect. So you probably heard of him. LeMahieu is my first baseman. Anthony Volpe's coming off a 290 season, 23 homers, 123 ribbies. Not too bad, 43 stolen bases. Some random guy I made, Ryder Jones, third base. Ostermeyer, 106 stolen bases. Kleber. And my outfield, don't get upset over this outfield of Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, Ronald Acuna, and Stanton. I may have forced a trade to get a couple of those guys.
I'm sorry. What is this again?
I may have hit the force the trade button as I traded some prospects to get Soto and Acuna, but
And Julio Rodriguez too.
yes.
What is this? Hold on. This is a game, right?
Yeah, it's a game. But I traded guys.
I heard. Wait. You had a guy who stole 106 bases.
Yes, Ryder Jones, batted
Who?
306. Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
You know what? Have fun with it. There you go. Now you have 4 all-star outfielders.
And Otani's on my bench, but he did go 18-5 for me in the pitching staff.
Oh my god.
3.95.
Let's say, who do you have as your DH?
The DH is Stanton.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Have fun with that.
He's not bad. He had 32 homers, batted 287. Not too bad. I traded for Acuna coming off a 50 homer season for Atlanta. Oh boy. Terry, what do you say? Ask Publix order for you. They have it in a store near me in Florida, near the bacon.
Maybe I stop at Publix, see if they have any. All right, that might be an idea. I know there's a Whole Foods near my house too. Maybe they might have it too.
Terry, do you eat Taylor ham?
Have it at $50 a pound though.
Do you get the Taylor ham down there, or the pork roll, Terry? Do you eat it? Under 7.5 Astros game. I don't know. I kind of like the over, believe it or not.
With Verlander and Logan Gilbert?
It just looks too low. Like, why is it 7? I saw 6.5 with derelict Miami Marlin teams. All right, and now I have 2 absolute.
Well, you got the
2022
with Marlins because they can't hit.
Exactly, but I got 2 pitchers who are fabulous.
And you get a 7. That's about right. I think it goes under. I think it's a 2-1 game where the Seattle Mariners win.
She's got a 7.5.
That's an even better line. I don't know where you get that. She's also in Canada, so that may be a Canadian thing, but I like the under. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I see flat 7s here. Canada. With your Canadian bacon and nobody likes. Javi says, me and Tim make a great show.
With llamas.
Yeah, we got the llamas. That's what makes it great. Philly game makes me nervous, but I want to go over. Philly run line only for me there, Miss Danica. Erica says, Danica, take the Dodgers, Mets, and Diamondbacks over. Are you taking all 3 of these over? Or are you just saying take the Dodgers on the run line, or Dodgers money line, Mets money line, and D-backs over? D-backs over for sure with Sanchez. Giants will have a 25th highest ERA in baseball. That's what I kind of like. Yeah, the bullpen is why they're probably an over team. I mean, I can't believe that offense scores that many runs.
Well, no, their offense scores a bunch too. So.
Yeah. I mean, because you look at it and it's like, it's not. You look at it's kind of like not a really sexy bunch. I mean, listen, Flores is going to hit 25 homers and probably drive in 100 runs. Looks like he's got 13 homers, 51 ribbies.
Flores has been solid for him. I'm so happy Wilmer Flores is doing well. I love Flores.
It's like the whole team: 37 ribbies, 38 ribbies, 36 ribbies, 33, 43. Like you're going to have a bunch of guys with like 80 something RBIs, like 18 homers, 85 RBIs. You're like, what? What? Like Jock Penderson, 1743.
Yeah, Jock Penderson was an all-star game starter. It's like, what? Where did he come out of?
Yeah,
I know he's been having a decent career, but geez.
I mean, yeah, all-star starter. And
crazy.
Pitching. Yeesh.
Yeah. Yeesh. Yeah, their pitching was what was solid for them last year that won them games. and they couldn't hit. This year they can hit, they can't pitch.
You got 4 guys in the pen. You got Brebby, Garcia, Long, Doval. Even Jake Junis hasn't been terrible. I mean, I know he's a spot starter kind of guy. But then after that, I mean, look at these. Holy cow. DeScaffolini. Remember DeScaffolini had a good year? DeScaffolini, terrible. I mean, who are these guys?
Scaffellini had a good year last year. Or just Scafani. No. Yeah, he had a good year last year.
Little, Marte, Rogers, Lovers. Yeesh. What's your thoughts on the D-backs Nationals? Over
galore. I don't, and we went over it today. We saw it drop from a 9.5 to a 9. I said, I do not care.
You'd add about Sanchez.
It's Sanchez and Mad Bum. This game could be 5-4 in the third.
I mean, I remember Sanchez. He was kind of like that in Miami, or back when they were Florida early in his career.
Yeah, Florida Marlins. Yep.
You know, he wasn't terrible, even on Detroit. I mean, 12 games, 374, 19, 394. Detroit, he had a 257 one year, 343.
He's just not the same guy coming off of the injury.
2016, it all starts going down. Well, actually, 2015, 499, 25 games, 35 games, 26 starts, 587. 17 starts, 28 games, 675. Goes to the Braves, has a nice 283 ERA. Even in the Nats, 2019, 30 starts, 385.
Yeah, that's why you got a big contract with the Nationals.
Yeah. 2020, 11 games, 662, and now nothing last year. Again, I guess he was hurt, right? So now he's coming back.
Yeah.
Yep. It's terrible.
I think it's Tommy John. I'm not 100% sure. That's normally if a pitcher's out for a chunk of time, it's
a year and a half, almost 2 years. Padres team total over. Not a Met fan. Panger's laughing.
Real quick stat with the Mets. After a loss as a favorite, I know after a loss this year, they're 17-7. The 7 games that they lost, they were underdogs going into the next game. They are 10-0 again after a loss as a favorite. I know that's a weird stat, but I didn't bet them today. I put them on my round robin, but I did not bet them today individually.
Yeah, I can't do the Mets today.
No.
Texas changed their pitcher, so no more Taylor Hearn. Who we got? Is it Matt Bush or Taylor Hearn? What do we have lined up?
It was Matt Bush. Now it's Taylor Hearn.
Right.
Oh, no. Now it's Matt Bush again. Make up your mind, Texas. Make up your mind.
Let's go over. Just go over in Texas, I guess. I mean,
I can't take an over with Oakland.
They're starting to hit a little bit now.
Yeah. I guess, you know what? That could be an option, too, because, you get a Oakland team that's a bunch of the players are trying to leave. So, makes sense.
Mike's been watching a long time. He says you've been a great addition to the show. I appreciate it. We, even before, because you'd come on when we did the early stuff. You'd pop out. Come on in. It was always good to come in and have somebody with you because, I could talk randomly, but it's good to bounce off and have a conversation with somebody too sometimes about stuff.
Yep.
But I like it. So
I enjoy it.
What's the UFC picks? UFC picks. Here you go.
Pimblin by knockout or TKO. That is a plus 200, and Hermanson at a pick'em. Those are the two UFC plays.
King Moon, Rays money line and under the 10. So I kind of like Singer, but if you want to go under the 10, I can go under the 10 with you. I'll go under the 10. And Patino, again, here's one of these Tampa youngsters getting back into the flow of thing. I would just lean under for sure. Tampa, again, better team, but I'm just not interested. Tony K is here. The Vegas top dog himself, Tony K. Now, if you don't know Tony K, Vegas top dogs, Tony gave me my start back in 05 writing, getting in the betting side of the biz. Good afternoon, boys. Baltimore, run line is so cheap. My book not expecting 2 runs from them. I don't know. I like Baltimore to score runs. So go over, baby. Over that total. Mets 21 after a loss as a fave on the season.
No, I have their 27-8 against 27-8 after a loss. That dropped after because they lost the last game of that one. And I believe they're like 10-1 or something this year, if as a favorite or whatever. It might actually be that high, but I don't know whether or not that's 100%, but it could be. They've been good.
Listen, when you're a good team, you don't really lose a bunch of games in a row, whether it be, you know what I'm saying? So that is a good number because we always make things like no way so and so loses again, right? No way they lose 2 in a row. No way. But in this case, the numbers speak for themselves. They don't lose 2 in a row.
Correct.
Rays team total over. I can't. This line is at 10, huh?
That's a little bit weird because
I mean, I like Singer, but I mean, maybe I don't know.
I looked at that line. I'm like, wow, that seems really high. I want to go over.
Right. I agree. Yanks over. I like the under, James. I mean, I liked the under yesterday, and then
Lyle's been solid.
Sailed over, but I'm gonna say under. I'll say under. Under or over first game? Under. We're gonna go under. Under. I want to go. I like Cleveland in both games, and I like under first game, over with Lance in the second. Molly Potty and Mason in UFC.
I just have the 2 plays that we got. I'm trying to figure out who Mason is. Molly McCann as a -500. Okay. Where's Mason? Mason Jones is at -450. There you go. And then you're taking Patty at -300. Oh.
No, Mr. Nika, how can you come in and put those out here? At least, hopefully it's a parlay. I can't.
I mean, if you parlayed them together, let's see. Is it at least a little bit not as crazy? 3-team parlay is a +104. You got to do that. Add Jack Hermanson in there, and then you get a. Let's see. If you add Jack Hermanson, it's a +290. I think that's a little bit more respectable. But come on, those are -500, -450, and -255.
Yeah, I just, what's that?
I know it's a parlay. It's +104. They should win. They're -500, -450, -250. The problem is in the UFC, it takes one punch to end that parlay.
1,000 pays double.
Yeah, of course it does. It's +104, but you know what? Go after it. I'm not talking you off of it. They're -450, -500, -250. Should they all win? 100%. Would I ever lay that type of juice on a parlay in the UFC? Hell no. Absolutely
I just
not.
can't trust US. I mean, it's UFC. I don't
One punch and all of a sudden that -500 falls down and Hannah Goldie wins as a +375. I can't do that. I understand, Mr. Nika. I know it's a parlay. I understand that one, but I could baseball, fine, whatever, football, whatever. UFC, absolutely not.
It's just because you got to worry about like the whole refs doing things, and if there's a goes to the judges. And for me, listen, Missy, you know, I joke about the parlays. Best way to go 3-1 is put a 14 parlay in, and I just can't. If I'm doing a parlay, and it's a 3-team or 4-team, and it's like even money, that is. For me, I'd rather just do like a run line or something, or money line something to get a team's, you know, like if I do a parlay, it'll be a crazy parlay. Like I said, I'll be like, I got 25.88 off of whatever to make something even. I'll take the random amount that's left in my account and put it in some kind of crazy parlay, and it'll be whether dogs and baseball or football. Maybe I'll mix it or maybe I'll do 2. I'll do like crazy. All your 15 plus money line faves for basically even money, and then I'll have something with like all my sub 5-point dogs plus money for 28 for 4,000 or some ridiculous, you know.
Here's the deal, Mr. Nika, real quick. If you're gonna bet those, because I was looking at some of them, take Molly by decision. That's a -140, a little bit more respectable. She's a minus 500. Take the Patty Pilbert by knockout, and then take Mason by knockout or decision. Or let's see, Mason Jones, what is he more favored to do? He's more favored to get a knockout, +170. Grab him not by knockout, +170 instead of laying -450, and straight bet all 3 of them. You hit one of them, you're good to go. Or you hit two of them, you're good to go.
Michael says his UFCs are Johnson, Goldie.
Oh, he's fading Molly, because we just mentioned Goldie is the one going up against Molly. But hey, good luck.
What's with the Dodgers game? People like the Giants.
I'm on the Dodgers run line.
It's gotta be Dodgers run line.
Yeah, I like Julio Urias. He's been good lately.
Ben Simmons will win the MVP next year. Look at WWE. Here we go. Where's freezing cold takes when we need them?
No.
Ben Simmons MVP. Yeah, he was going to win MVP because he's going to shoot 1,000% because he'll take like 9 shots on the entire year. Like maybe he'll grab a couple layups, and he'll average 24 assists a game because he's going to keep passing to Kyrie and Durant.
I don't have lines for a thing, but when I finally find lines for it, I want to find the comeback player of the year, and I'm betting Murray.
Oh, for Denver?
Comeback.
Yeah. I like it.
Over Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, Kawhi's back too, huh?
Kawhi will most likely be back next year. Both of them had both of them had ACLs or MCLs Murray was an ACL. But I don't remember what Kawhi's was. But I would take Murray as comeback player of the year. And as a Denver Nuggets fan, I would not be taking Jokic to win MVP.
No, especially if you get, some help back. He's not going to be.
Well, you're going to get voter fatigue. They're not going to vote him MVP 3 years in a row unless he goes off for the 30 triple doubles again this year. I would take a shot at Jason Tatum at 12-1.
Nah. You know what? I mean, I'm going to say like Steph. I mean, he's not going to have a huge number, but
12-1.
He's healthy. The team's back. Everybody should be back and 100%. You're going to be on a team that's going to win 60 games. Then again, load management time. Who knows what he plays? Keep everybody healthy to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mike says MVP of what you got.
Yeah, nice you play.
I like Guardians both games too, but run line.
So Ben Simmons is on my book. Plus 20,000. Come on.
Oh, Benny Ben. And listen, I'm on record. I said it before. I thought that trade was good for the Nets. I'm like, you know what? Get rid of Hardy. You don't need another scorer. You need somebody who's going to want to pass the ball and not be involved. He was a perfect fit. Little did I know that the guy has mental problems and can't take the court, And that's the thing. Like, I mean, maybe the guys, they should be looking at get a psych evaluation and voiding his contract.
Honestly, they probably could.
UFC, the dodgiest sport when it comes to betting. Exactly. Well, listen, boxing, I just can't. You take it out of a competitor's hand and leave it to independent judges.
Oh, judges suck. Absolutely
can't do it. Jamal Murray was good in bubble. I don't think he'll be good the same. I disagree with that. I think he'll be all right.
I think he'll be fine. I hope so. Because I want this. I mean, I'm never selling it, but I want that to go up in value.
Yeah, Tatum I don't think he's MVP. I don't like the Celtics. I think they peaked. That was peak Celtics. Lennon James.
No.
Who's that? Is that supposed to be LeBron?
18-1. But no.
How about Morant?
I was about to say Ja Morant's 14-1. I could take a shot at him.
I'm just gonna throw Patty money line in my baseball parlay and call it a day. Guess how they win in the UFC as well. Yeah.
I love Patty's a fun fighter to watch because he in an interview he said I want to knock him out and then teabag on him more Modern Warfare style. Like legit, that was his statement. It's like, okay, I'm betting him 100%. Let's roll.
That's funny. Oh boy, yeah. The Dodger run line. I got a 124 just now, so I'm happy with that number. I'll take that. I like Urias.
Wait, what did you say the Dodger run line was at?
I just grabbed the 124 offshore.
Oh wow, I only got 115, but hey, I'll take it. That's a nice number.
LeBron's not winning MVP. Come from teams that make the playoffs. Look at this. Oh,
Yeah,
shots thrown.
exactly.
Shots fired from
I'm going to make more money
a Golden
fading the
State
Lakers
fan.
again next year. It's a full-time job.
AD would be better than Kawhi and Murray. I don't know about that. That guy's
But
talking about a guy who's never healthy. I mean, at least Kawhi's got some mileage under his belt. AD is terrible.
The thing, AD, is he going to – he didn't play – I mean, he played a chunk of the season, so he's not going to be eligible for comeback player of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely your Kawhi, your Murray. What about Clay? Would Clay be considered a comeback player of the year? Too many games? That's right. He came back around Christmas. I would say he was supposed to be back around Christmas, but he wasn't really playing a lot of games. But
yeah, the only other guy I could see winning that award would be Zion.
Braves run line, yes. Have we had a sighting of Zion? Is he as big as Sasquatch? How big is that guy now?
Yeah, he's huge.
They don't play same position to Ed. They don't play same position to AD better than them. What? They don't play
the same position as AD, so you can't really compare them. It's like trying to compare Curry to
Kawhi and Murray. Or we're talking about comparing the two in this for winning. That's what we're saying. Like, say you can't compare them because
you can't.
Well, I mean,
they're two different players.
Kawhi's going to have the ball more than any of these guys probably.
So, I don't know. I think Jamal Murray will end up being the center point of the offense. Well, the controller of the offense. Jokic will have a lot of usage, but Murray's going to be the focal point. Jokic was the focal point last year because he had to be. No,
Cleveland.
Under.
Cleveland, both games and under game one. Hobie says, well, that's the key. The key is staying healthy.
100%.
Pelicans should be fun ones. Zion looks good there. A lot of videos of him doing highlight dunks. Oh, dunks, great.
Yeah, because that's what matters.
Tate the Great in the house. Have a pool day with some gambling, followed up by grilling and some more gambling. Happy Saturday.
I like it.
So my daughter's having a sleepover tonight with a couple of friends, and they want Raising Cane's. So I'm going to get some Raising Cane's today for dinner. We'll get a nice tailgater pack. I'll post it on Twitter for those of you who follow. Don't be jelly of my cane sauce and 25-piece nuggets because they're not even chicken fingers anymore. They're so tiny. Mr. Nika, have a good one. We're going to roll out of here. It's after 1. So back on Sunday fun. The problem with Denver is that they are very top heavy.
Yeah. I mean, they're building a little bit more of a bench, but we'll see.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Canes, baby. Josh Allen is in the top 10 QB in the league. I mean, he's all right. I mean, I know you're just coming say crazy stuff, but I'm not a huge Josh Allen fan. I mean, if he had a great year 2 years ago, I mean, if I'm taking a QB, I'm still thinking Mahomes as a QB. Like, I'm not – Josh Allen isn't my number one go-to guy.
No, my number one guy is Zach Wilson, 100%. He's got a dog in him.
The Zach Wilson?
It's because of Zach Wilson that the Jets finally scored over 40 for the first time since 2018.
Listen, I'm high on the Jets anyway this year.
I'm not going to be – I don't think they're going to win a bunch of games. I think they'll cover a bunch, though. I
got them in week 1 already. I like signing for most improved. Yes, they're covering week. They're beating the Ravens. Everybody's going to be on the Ravens. Oh, they're the Ravens. Nope. Zion, what's the Zion number?
For comeback?
Improved, yeah, comeback.
Most improved. Well, that's 2 different awards, but I don't have a most improved. I have a 6th man, a coach, defensive, regular season MVP, and rookie of the year. That's the only 5 I have on my book right now.
Dodgers, Yanks, World Series. It'd be good for TV. I don't think it'd be good for TV. I think people would be like, really, Yankees and Dodgers?
Now, Mets, Yankees, that would have a lot more to it because there's a big rivalry involved. Or a Dodgers, Astros again. A lot of people would want to watch that. Or how about taking into consideration, how about maybe like Seattle in the World Series would be fantastic because that's a new team. That's a new team. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2001. They're having a big run now. To get them in the World Series, And
I still think Houston. I'm a Yankee guy. I think Houston's the team to beat. The Yanks can't beat good pitching.
no, the Yankees can't. No, we've already seen that Houston has taken care of the Yankees 5 out of 7 games. That being said, last year the Yankees took care of the Astros 4 out of 6 games, and it didn't matter because the Astros beat them in the playoffs.
Football. You want to talk football, Markel? I did a show already of football. I gave out week 1 NFL picks already. Where were you?
There you go.
Where were you for that show, Markel? NFL line show. NBA MVP next season, Jokic 12.
I would love to see that again. I'm a Nuggets fan. I would love to see that again. I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Last year I could say yes, 100% Jokic. There was no doubt in my mind because there was nobody around him. This year he'll have Porter back. He'll have Murray back. Bruce Brown is going to be an interesting piece on the front. They're going to have I like this core now with the Nuggets. And yes, the team's going to be a lot better. Jokic is going to be maybe 3rd in the MVP voting. The only way that Jokic wins is if all of a sudden you get another humongous performance from him. And you'd have to have one of the big guys go down because I don't think that Jokic gets all the big numbers with Murray and with Porter back that he had this year. So, no, I don't think Jokic wins the MVP, and that's coming from a Nuggets fan. I have my Murray jersey hanging right here. I'm a Nuggets fan. I don't see Jokic winning it again.
I agree.
I will have a ticket for the Nuggets to win the NBA Finals at 20-1, but
you missed it. When that show was like 2 months ago when the lines came out, Markel.
Yeah.
We'll revisit that.
Yes,
I mean, listen, we're a week, 8 days away from August 1st. You know what? Maybe that Monday because we got the Hall of Fame game on the 4th. Maybe I'll revisit the football show. And if we get more lines, maybe we'll do a look ahead lines for the first week of NFL preseason or something on a Sunday night. WNBA, anything?
Dogs, both the dogs.
There's only 2 games today?
Yeah, only 2 games. I took the Liberty plus
on a Saturday. 2 games on a Saturday. Good job, WNBA.
There's only 12 teams, and there was 3 games yesterday.
All right.
And there's probably a full slate tomorrow, but
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday's a good day for.
Yeah, Sunday's a good day for it. But I grabbed the Liberty. Oh, they're down to 4.5 points now. Against the Sky. I love the Sky. I think they're going to win the entire thing. They're coming off of they're on the second leg of a back-to-back. Not a good spot for them. And I'm on the Sparks plus 9. It's up to 9.5. But the Aces are 0-8 in their last 8 games of being 8-point favorites or higher. They are 4-10 this year as 8-point favorites or higher against the spread. So, no, I disagree with both those picks. I'm on both dogs today.
There you go.
3 things in life you can guarantee. Death, taxes, and the Aces not playing 40 minutes of basketball.
All right.
They proved it last game. They were up 24 points against the Fever, only won by 13, and the Fever covered. So, no, I don't like either of those plays today.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up on that talk.
Yep.
WNBA. All right. Back on Sunday. Football's right around the corner, Markel. Have a good Saturday, everybody. Bye-bye.